May I come in, sir?
Yes, please do.
Good morning, sir.
Please take your seat.
Thank you, sir.
You're Vaishali.
Yes, sir.
Vaishali, I just want to draw your attention to the fact that you are sitting at around 12-13 feet from anybody in this room.
Yes, sir.
Idea of this arrangement is that you should feel safe and you can safely remove your mask considering that you are at a safe distance. Right? Please do. Comfortable?
Yes, sir.
Fine, Vaishali. So, can we start?
Sure, sir.
Tell us something about you.
Sir, I'm Vaishali Jain. I was born and brought up in Delhi. After graduating from Delhi Technological University, I completed my post-graduation in mechanical design from IIT Delhi in the year 2018. Sir, after that, I cleared engineering services examination, on the basis of which I have been allotted Border Road Engineering Services. Sir, this is my second civil services attempt. And sir, my hobbies include Madhubani painting, paper quilling and reflective die writing.
So, Vaishali, you're already with the Border Road Engineering Services?
Sir, I'm
yet to
expected to join this September.
Expected to join this September. And you were trained to be an engineer?
Yes, sir.
You are an engineer?
Yes, sir.
Then why are you here?
Sir, because of the wider opportunity set that civil services offers and also the diversity that is there in civil services. And sir, I think that I'll be able to derive greater satisfaction from it.
Well, I understand those aspirations, Vaishali, but you must be given this mechanical engineering thing in the BRE.
Yes, sir.
And if I'm right, not many women engineers at that level are there in this organization.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that you are at a historical moment? You can be a person who can lead the mechanical engineering organization in that organization and India in general. Becoming another civil servant is like one in the crowd, and the opportunity you have is very, very rare. It is something that you'll be inspiring the entire generation of girls. So why are you leaving that opportunity to get into and become something which many women have done? I'm not saying that it is a mean thing, it is important. What you can do right now is something which is was unthinkable for women many years.
Sir, I do agree that the representation of women in mechanical as well as the border road engineering services is low. But sir, I think with my academic record, I might have inspired many candidates to take up mechanical engineering. And sir, the idea of civil services is more about me, and I can also display the leadership qualities within civil services as well.
You can, but that is something which many women have already done.
Yes,
but
sir.
you can do right now is something which not many Indian women have done. So in fact, I'm proud to meet you.
Thank you, sir.
And this is a movement that you should not run away from. And think of those girls whom you believe that you inspired. They look at this movement as this movement of yours as if you're running away because of the hardships from that place. I'm sure you're not that kind of a girl.
Sir, if I had to run away, I wouldn't have pursued my post-graduation also in mechanical engineering. And sir, hardships are equal in the engineering services as well as the civil services, because both are central civil services or all India services. Sir, idea to get into the civil services was to have greater outreach with the people. And sir, there the base is so huge that I'll be able to inspire more women, sir.
Well, you very clearly understand that we are not on the same page on that, but let's leave that. What was your optional? Obviously mechanical engineering,
sir.
Right. And your graduation was specialized in automobiles.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell me, if we look at this ethanol blending policy of Government of India, as a mechanical engineer, tell me that why this ethanol blending will not lead to knocking when we talk about IC engines?
Sir, the government aims to blend the 20% of ethanol in the present gasoline engines. And sir, that is why it will improve the emission characteristics of the engine. If we use ethanol greater than 85% in an engine, then we can have the chances of detonation. But in that case also we can modify the engine for the suitability of the fuel, sir.
But in comparison to a pure fuel, and when we talk about the blended fuel, as an engineer, don't you see the possibility of knocking increasing because of ethanol?
Sir, up to 5% blending does not require any engine modification in the existing design. Up to 20% we need to tweak the engine designs, we need to replace the steel pipes, fuel lines, those that are there in the engine with the nickel coating on them, otherwise the ethanol will corrode it. So we need to introduce minor modifications like
So you're
spark.
talking about the long-term impact of having ethanol in the pipelines. I'm talking about the combustion itself. When the combustion take place, and if the combustion is not to the level as it is in case of pure petroleum, it will lead to the knocking that time. My concern is that area.
Sir, it has been experimentally tested also.
But give me the theoretical background. Why would it not lead to knocking?
Ethanol is an oxidizing agent. It provides extra oxygen that will lead to more proper combustion within the engine. That will decrease the soot or the carbon deposits that might act as the initiation point for the other flame front within the engine. And in the longer term, it will not create any issue if we modify the engine properly, sir.
Fine, Vaishali. Thank you. So,
Thank you, sir.
Your MTech is what in a specific area, that is mechanical design, automation. The latest trend in what actually worldwide trending, that is what Industrial 4.0,
Yes, sir.
right? And this 4.0, the latest trend in mechanical engineering is based on focus on data exchange and automation in manufacturing technology and processes, which is based on Internet of Things and Industrial Internet of Things. My question is how Industrial Internet of Things of Industry 4.0 would be responsible for successful fourth industrial revolution in India in next 25 years, that is the year of Amrit Mahotsav. Yes, please.
Sir, I think that automation or the industrial 4.0 revolution that you are talking about will enhance the manufacturing capability of the country. First, in
But
terms
my question is what actually specific about Industrial Internet of Things. What is this concept? How this is going to help India to conduct successfully the fourth industrial revolution in next 25 years, which has been declared by government as a period of Amrit Mahotsav. Yes, please.
Sir, Industrial Internet of Things will reduce the possibility of human errors that are there with the manual operation of machines. And sir, also with
what are the new technology are going to be used in this particular system?
Sir, we'll be upgrading the manufacturing methods which are generally conventional to the ones based on IoT. Like, sir, we can have we can access the machines remotely. And sir, also
I know IoT, My question is what? Look, IIoT. So what are the specific technology what IIoT using?
Sir,
Green manufacturing technology.
Yes, sir.
What is green manufacturing technology in mechanical engineering?
Sir, in green manufacturing technology, we use firstly the thrust is on the use of renewable materials, or sir, secondly
Okay,
wastage.
Yeah, I could understand. Your hobby is very unique, that is Madhubani painting. We are enjoying 5 types of Madhubani painting: Varni, Kachni, Tantrik, Godhana and Kohvar. All 5 style or particular segment you consider very comfortable to you. Which out of 5 you actually use as a style of your hobby?
Sir, I generally prefer Kachni style, and sir, sometimes I do make use of the Godhana style as well, where vibrant colors are used. And in the Kachni style, I generally prefer the
Look, all 5.
Yes,
all
sir.
5 have got GI tag.
Yes, sir.
Right? My question is what? There is act of under WTO trade-related intellectual property right. We call it Geographical Indication of Goods Registration and Protection Act, that is 1919.
Yes, sir.
What is the definition of GI tag? How this is applicable on what Madhubani painting?
Sir, GI tags are given to the goods which have a particular characteristics which owes to a particular region only. So,
What is the reason?
sir, it is the Mithila region where the
What is the reasons? That is what geographical reason is, a town, the village, right? A geographical reason, a nation.
Sir, within our country, Madhubani paintings have been given the tag based on the states. That is
Okay, Madhubani paintings followers started what conservation movement in 2012 under the leadership of Sasti Nast Jha. What the masses and to what extent this particular conservation movement has actually become popular in Mithila region? On what ground they have stopped cutting of trees? What are the ground they used to stop cutting of trees?
Sir, I'm not sure about it, but I have read something.
That is related to Madhubani painting.
Sir, the Madhubani art is being used to paint on trees, and the theme is kept religious. And
Yes.
that is
Yeah,
how
you have
the-
been informed. Very good, very good. Thank you.
So, Vaishali,
Yes, sir.
you have science background as your graduation and post-graduation as well. And you have also hobby of reflective diary writing.
Yes, sir.
How it is different from normal diary writing?
Sir, in normal diary writing, we record the happenings which take place during the day. In reflective diary writing, the emphasis on reflecting upon the actions or the decisions that we have taken in past, and thereby we can have better understanding of how we made those decisions, whether the logical or the emotive part of our decision making was the dominant one, and that in turn helps in the self growth of an individual, and self correction is also there, sir.
Suppose you are given a chance to erase 3 decisions that you have made in past in your life. What they would be?
Sir, can you please give me a moment for? Sir, I am not able to think of any decision.
So, all the decision taken by you has been perfect as per now.
Sir, I won't call it perfect, but given the situations, it would be unfair for me to judge my past decisions from the hindsight, because now I have the advantage of hindsight, but within that particular situation, I think I made those decisions and I owned them, sir. So I do not have any regrets, or I would not like to change any decisions.
Okay, good. So, reflective diary writing. What is the difference between reflection and scattering?
Sir, in scattering, the light rays are reflected or the refracted in the many directions, wherein reflection we obtain the clear image of the object which is in front of it.
What
Sir,
are the conditions under which reflection and scattering happen?
Sir, in reflection, the angle of incidence and the angle of reflection is same, but in scattering, the surface is also not smooth, it's rough, and that is why the angle of incidence and reflection are
Any
not.
example of scattering?
Sir, if the light strikes any rough surface, say road, then it gets scattered instead of being reflected.
It does not get reflected.
Sir, a component of it gets reflected because of the nature of light.
Suppose rays from sun enters into our atmosphere, right? Will it get reflected, scattered, or both?
Sir, both. A part of it gets
Under which condition it get scattered in our atmosphere itself?
Sir, when the albedo of the clouds and the upper atmospheric layers is low, then it gets refracted, and then thereby it gets scattered by the dust particles which are there in the atmosphere, sir.
Can we call ice a black body?
So black body is something which is able to take up the heat or the energy, infinite amount of energy that we provide. So ice in its form can take up heat, but to a certain extent, after that its form changes and it doesn't remain a black body.
But ice is known for its reflective property, and anything that reflects 100% is also called as black body.
Yes, sir.
So in that case, can we call ice as black body?
Sir, I'm not sure, but yes, I think we can call ice as black body because of its reflective as well as the ability to store or consume the energy we provide. But again, sir, given a large amount of heat, the form of ice itself will change. So that will no longer remain a black body, sir.
Vaishali, what is genome sequencing as far as COVID is concerned? We are talking a lot about genome sequencing. Can you explain in simple words?
So in genome sequencing, we identify the arrangement of the base pairs that are there in the genes and the genes of an individual, and from that particular sequence, we can identify the exact behavior of that particular individual or the strain that we are studying. So if we are we are doing the genome sequence of say coronavirus, then we'll be able to predict how the structure of that virus is and how is it going to behave in future as well. Sir.
Okay, Vaishali.
Thank you, sir.
Vaishali, you are from Delhi, right?
Yes, sir.
So recently there was a Supreme Court decision regarding Delhi Assembly's prerogative to form Peace and Harmony Committee, and that was related to Facebook India's, the officials who were actually asked few questions. So what was the many objections were raised towards the formation of that committee. So what was the exact Supreme Court decision regarding this?
So sorry, sir, I am not aware about this particular decision.
Okay.
I'll go and read about it, sir. Sorry.
Okay. So your educational background is mainly related to science, technology, and engineering. I would like to ask you that recently new sources of gravitational waves have been discovered.
Yes,
Can
sir.
you tell me what are those sources?
I think it's about the collision of the space objects like asteroids also generate gravitational waves. That is what I
Okay,
can say.
let's leave it. What are gravitational waves?
Sorry, sir, I'm not able.
Okay, Vaishali, recently you might know that Supreme Court has actually struck down most of the provision of 97th Constitutional Amendment Act related to cooperative societies. Why has it been struck down? What is the reason?
Sir, I'm so sorry, I'm not aware.
Okay. See, recently Government of India actually said that we will not impose anti-dumping duties on on import of copper from few countries like China, Thailand. Do you know what is the basic definition of anti-dumping duty?
Sir, anti-dumping duty is imposed on goods whereby we analyze that the goods that are being dumped into the country are lower than the price of those goods is lower than what is being charged in the home country for those goods. So in that particular scenario, we impose anti-dumping duty in order to protect the domestic market of the country from the deep pocket countries dumping methods like China.
Recently, border disputes are going on in northeastern states. Which are those states?
Assam and Mizoram state.
Okay. Are you aware of the historical reasons for the same?
Sir, it was due to the 1885 demarcation of the border between Assam and Mizoram. And sir, both the states are claiming a part of land. That land has been a no man's land till now, but due to lack of trust between the two states, there have been allegations on each other about encroaching of the land. So that is why the two states are fighting each other, sir.
Okay, Vishal, over to you.
Thank you, sir.
Vaishali, I see you live in Shastri Nagar.
Yes, ma'am.
How did you come to this place from Shastri Nagar?
Ma'am, I booked a cab.
Okay, can you tell me a few maybe bus stands or roads that fell in your way?
Ma'am, can you please give me a moment? Ma'am?
Sure.
Ma'am, Veerbanda Bairagi Marg was there. DB Gupta Road was there.
Okay.
And ma'am, Karolbagh bus station was also in the way near the BLK hospital.
Okay.
Ma'am, that's all I can.
Okay, Vaishali. Vaishali, we see these days cryptocurrencies are a rage.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sure you know what cryptocurrencies are.
Yes, ma'am.
But I want to understand from you, why do we have so many cryptocurrencies?
Ma'am, cryptocurrencies are those digital currencies which are not regulated and are used by the companies and have become a parallel currency. These are generally large in number because of the fierce competition. And second is that, ma'am, after Bitcoin, it became the only source for people to invest into the cryptocurrencies. So the competition rose, and the competitor currencies or also came on, just like Litecoins are also there. So, ma'am, different companies are also launching the cryptocurrencies because of the sheer profitability.
Do they have any kind of environmental repercussions, these cryptocurrencies?
Ma'am, big data is used in these currency management, and ma'am, that is why the indirect impact on environment could be there because of the electricity consumption, large electricity consumption that is there, and the subsequent emissions from the systems or the manufacturing of those systems would require.
What is the difference between the currency that RBI maybe regulates and cryptocurrency?
Ma'am, cryptocurrencies are unregulated currencies for our country, and the currency that RBI regulates is the fiat currency. It is a legal tender that no person can deny, but there is no such guarantee for the cryptocurrency, ma'am.
Okay, so if I give you, let's say, 10 rupees, you have no choice to deny it? That's what you're trying to say?
Ma'am, there's an assurance, government backing to the money that you are giving me in the fiat mode. So I do not have any reason to deny it, but there is some sense, sort of insecurity when it comes to cryptocurrencies, ma'am.
Okay, Vaishali. Vaishali, you're from Delhi.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
Delhi is called the rape capital of country. Do you think women in Delhi also should take some kind of responsibility for increasing number of crimes against women in Delhi?
Ma'am, it's very unfortunate that the Delhi is called the rape capital of the country. And ma'am, in such a scenario, the responsibility is of the whole society. And ma'am, the victim, that is the women of the society, can become more aware about the situations, ma'am. But the larger work or in the long term, we need to have the proper provisions and the support from the
Vaishali,
government.
what's your opinion on marital rape? Do you think we should criminalize marital rape in our country? Have we criminalized it already or?
No, ma'am, it's not been criminalized in our country.
Okay.
Ma'am, marital rapes are a sad reality of the Indian society. Ma'am, in my opinion, we can criminalize it, but that would require, that has the challenge of how to identify whether it was a marital rape or not, because that would jeopardize the privacy of the couple. So on those lines, the Supreme Court has also said that the marital rape can be criminalized, but that would take up away.
So you are for criminalizing it?
Yes, ma'am, we should, because but the institution of marriage does not take the right of a woman away from her body.
Vaishali, since you are from Delhi, you have always lived here. Let's say if you are posted in a remote village in maybe Bihar or Chhattisgarh, a tribal area, how do you think problems of a Delhi girl are different from problems of a girl in a remote area in the country? You can maybe list 2 problems just to make it easier for you. List down 2 problems of a Delhi girl and 2 problems of a girl in remote area.
Ma'am, being a Delhiite, if I were to post it to a remote place, ma'am, first issue that I can think of is the infrastructure that is inclusive.
No, you have to tell me a problem limited to women.
Ma'am, first would be the hygiene and sanitation conditions that could be improved in the remote areas compared to Delhi. And ma'am, second one would be acceptance of the city girl in the remote areas. That could possibly be the issue, because the way of living for both the individuals will be different, because we are shaped by our environment.
Okay, I think you didn't get my question. That's okay, Vaishali.
Sorry.
Last thing that I want to understand from you is, if you have to change one thing about yourself, what would that be?
Ma'am, I can't think of. I'm very comfortable with my own self, so I can't think of anything.
Okay, thank you so much, Vaishali.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, Vaishali,
Yes, sir.
you okay? You're not stressed?
I'm fine, sir.
Fine. Vishali, you have studied from Victoria Girls School.
Yes, sir.
What do we mean by Victorian morality when we talk about Victoria? But in general, world over, whenever the word Victoria comes, it's to some extent it's a negative connotation. Tell us.
Sir, in the Victorian morality, the roles for both the genders are demarcated based on the gender itself. Like women are expected to be self-sacrificing and do the household work and take care of the children, be good wives, while men are expected to go out and earn money. So that way it's a bit discriminating, sir. That is why it is put in negative light.
If I look at your career graph, it must have been really interesting moving from the Victoria Girls School to a domain which was predominantly a male domain,
Yes, sir.
and you were amongst very few girls in your college. In DTU, I can see mechanical engineering. There cannot be many girls,
Yes,
and
sir.
so is the case with IIT.
Yes, sir.
So, how have you actually experienced this change, and what was your coping mechanism?
So the change was no doubt a drastic one, from an all-girls school to a predominantly male branch of engineering. Sir, initially I was a bit hesitant also in opening up, but gradually the things worked out smoothly for me. The professors were also welcoming, and they even encouraged me to do well in my studies. So there were some issues like absence of women's washroom in the departments, specifically mechanical departments. So sir, in those cases I raised those issues with the administration, and sir, to my surprise, they did act on it, and by the time I was leaving the college, there was a girls washroom in the department. So it's just that the things were not at place because many women were not there, as the demand of a particular facility
Can you give
increased.
me the specifics about, for example, the lathe machines or the things which were so far being operated only by male students and teachers? Was there a change required in those aspects also? The height thing, the lubrication thing, anything?
Sir, I have done work in the workshop in mechanical engineering department, and I did not face any issue with regards to strength or the operation of the machines, because machines are designed in such a way that a normal human effort is required to operate them. So it's the larger taboo that is associated with this particular branch in the society, which keeps.
You were discussing about the Shastri Nagar thing, and I can see that it is your address.
Yes.
Historically speaking, the Shastri Nagar and the neighboring areas, they are the only part of Delhi which have imprints or impressions of the women of Mughal family. Can you tell me what is the impact of Mughal family, women's of Mughal family on Delhi?
Sir, the women of Mughal family promoted the market system that is there in the Chandni Chowk. That used to be a market for the royals in the Mughal family. And sir,
And the bags?
sorry sir?
And the bags, the gardens?
Yes, those are also the architectural marvel from the Mughals, and especially the Charbagh system that is there in the Red Fort also. So sir, those gardens are the Shalimar Bagh and Lodi gardens. So those Lodi gardens
garden
were
is a Mughal garden?
No sir, that was developed by the Lodi dynasty. But they did contribute to the market system as well as the environmental system of Delhi, sir.
Fine, Vaishali, it was nice talking to you.
Thank you,
Your
sir.
interview is over. You can
Thank
go
you,
now.
sir. Thank you, ma'am. May I come in, sir?
Yes, please. Take a seat, Vaishali.
Thank you, sir.
So, Vaishali, it's going to be your first interview as far as the civil services is
Yes,
concerned.
sir.
And what was your score in the engineering services?
So it was 136 on 200.
136 200, which is definitely very good, right?
Yes, sir, it was one of the highest.
One of the highest. Okay. Tell me, what is your take?
So this was not my best performance.
It was not your best. Okay. Doesn't matter. What are the areas you believe that you need to work on? You still have a lot of time actually.
Sir, I went blank at a few places and I could not recall anything at all.
That was visible from this side.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What else about the communication thing?
Sir, I was not able to get ma'am's question.
That we could very clearly see. What
Yes,
else?
sir, rest was, I
Okay.
think.
See, Vaishali, you already know it, that you are not one of those average candidates. You are not the kind of candidate which are as we say, the assembly line candidates. That's not. It is not applicable to you, right? And the board will be very quick in being able to see that, right? So your interview is likely to be different in many aspects, right? So I think you should capitalize on this, right? Because these are areas of strength. These are not actually the weakness areas. So that is one thing you have to keep in mind, that going by the experiences of others, what they've been doing in the interview will not be most useful for you. I mean, have your own style, have your own understanding, have your own approach to problems. That will be that should be your method of preparation, rather than copying what others are doing. You need not do that, right? Why? Because these are not generally applicable on you.
Yes.
Right. Coming to specifics, in this interview, you're absolutely right that there were areas where it appears that you are not enjoying the process, as if you are assessing your own performance while you're still appearing in that. Not a best way of doing it. Usually you should defer assessment or evaluation of your performance till you are out of the room.
Yes, sir.
Because it will give you more mental space to concentrate on the task in hand, one. And second, it will ensure that you're not unnecessarily under undue pressure of performance, which is not the best way of doing it, right?
Yes, sir.
Coming to specific, your entries, you carry a wonderful personality. In general, you're attractive. Your sitting posture, your entry, your in general, your voice level is good. You're confident at the places where you are discussing your own background subject, your own core area. You're very confident, and you have reason to be confident, and that's the positive aspect of it. My understanding is that you are most uncomfortable when the gender questions are being put to you. I don't know why is it so. My advice will be that if you have not formally ever studied, find a day or two and do understand these gender issues, right? And have a clear understanding that how you will approach to it, right? You need not unnecessarily be worried about it, but this is one area which repeatedly kind of was holding you unnecessarily. Though you have wonderful opinion on these, the best aspect of your personality is that you are very honest. You know what you know and you know what you don't know, right? And you're not unnecessarily trying to claim a knowledge which you do not possess. There was just one instance when this black body was being discussed where we saw a kind of a false start. Otherwise, the entire interview was seamless. So that is definitely your strength. Similarly, you're honest even about your hobbies, and your understanding on the hobbies and other interest areas is also good. So knowledge is not something you have to worry about, right? In fact, you don't need to worry about anything. But the idea that you need to you should be aiming 200 plus in any case is that you should bring in that extra X factor thing, which is be a little happier when you are having conversation, right? Try and have more engaging conversation. Attention should be more attention should be paid on certain questions, especially when the opinion based questions are coming. Please, before you start your answer, just think of it, what exactly is being asked. Smart candidates, I am telling some smart candidates to ask two questions. One, what is the question, right? And second, why this question is being asked. What is the question is a simpler thing, though you have to ask this question also. But why this question is being asked is the most important thing, because questions are generally not asked for the sake of information. There has to be some aspect of your personality that is being assessed. Especially if the questions on social issues, on gender, on caste, these things are coming, obviously your sensitivity is being tested, right?
Yes, sir.
So one is the knowledge, you need to know. And second, you need to put forward that sensitive aspect of your personality, right? These objectives should be very clear, right? Do study a Delhi a bit better, right? Because it is likely to be a major area where women, Delhi, and obviously engineering, right? Take pride in what you did, right? You're getting my point. You did this engineering services thing. I believe that you should hard sell it. You should take opportunity to say that I am fortunate enough to get this and I take pride in it, right? And what you're doing is not in conflict with that. It is in continuation with that, right? Other things you are already handling very, very well. I'm sure you'll be doing wonders this time, and I'll be watching for your result, right?
Thank you, sir.
All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Right.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.